We are grateful for the support provided by the National Youth Development Agency when they opened their centers to assist learners to apply for NSFAS throughout the country. We would also like to thank the Vodacom Foundation for availing their 81 teacher training centers across the country, and these centers assisted our learners to apply online. We also want to thank the Department of Social Development through their ECB in the program that has worked tirelessly to ensure that students who come from the most vulnerable areas are able to access the NSFAS application. And DSD also working with us to go through the social grant database to make certain calls to enable government to finally make the conclusion that all those learners that are on the social grant database will not be subjected to another means test. We also want to thank the Department of Basic Education for their assistance, especially with the NSC data, and we're also relying on them to provide us with matric results, the quarantined set of matric results by the 1st of January before all of you have got access to those results. And that would help us to be able to assess the learners that will be funded and be able to give results to the learners before the universities close. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we observe questions? And you can introduce yourself. We'll take a couple of hands. I see only two. Do we have more? Okay.
Okay, I'm Joseph Musia from SABC. I just want to make sure that I heard you right. You said among the people you were thanking is Vodacom Teacher Training Center. Okay, thank you.
Hi, Bianca Capizorio from The Times. I just wanted to find out from you, you mentioned how busy your website was and the numbers of applications. Is this the highest number of applications that you've ever had?
Oh, sorry. The first question, yes, we worked with the Vodacom Foundation through their teacher training centers, and they enabled our learners to apply online, even in the relatively rural towns of the country, because they could walk in and apply online.
And just in response to the question on the highest number of applications, it is the highest number of applications we've taken online. If you recall, Msuwa started off by saying we had 15% of students on the new student-centered model. We've now got 100% of students, so this is by far the highest we've received online applications. In total, remember beforehand the applications were received by the institutions themselves, and so we wouldn't have had visibility of exactly the number.
Can I take...
Thank you. Lucanio from the SABC. So far, in terms of the applications, how much, in terms of value, do you think you are likely to then be able to disperse early next year, just based on the applications that you have before you at the moment?
Joseph?
Okay, sorry, I'd like a second. But on the issue of fee increases by institutions, there are several that have actually indicated that they will be taking advantage of the 8% they are allowed. How is this likely to impact on your funding of the students? Is it going to impact? What do you foresee it causing problems, especially with the fees must fall issues still hanging around as well?
Let me start with the question from Lukany. on the applications, I think the NSFAS system, how it works, it's a non-exclusion system at application level, which means everyone is allowed to apply. You know, whether you will qualify or not, that gets done at assessment, whether you don't. You know, because we also open application at the same time that universities are opening applications, some people who have applied to us might not get admitted, which means they might not get a place at university, therefore they are not funded. Even if they might have financially qualified, but because they are not admitted to a university, we won't fund them, or they are not admitted to a TVET college. Therefore, the numbers are a bit difficult. Then when we get to January, we'll be able to say, these are the ones that are admitted, these are the ones that are not admitted. But also just to share with you, our total budget for next year is in the region of about 14 billion. Of course, everyone is still finalizing how much they are going to give us. But we've got a total budget of in the region of 14 billion for the 2017 academic year. And that includes both universities and TVET colleges. And by far, the bulk of it is for universities, because university costs are much more expensive than TVET college costs. That's on the numbers. Second question on fee increases. I think the easy answer is there will be no impact to NSFAS on fee increases. Because if you recall the minister's announcement, the minister said when he announced fee increases that all students who are on NSFAS financial aid will not experience a fee increase, which means we as NSFAS will still pay the same cost that we paid in 2015. In 2017, we'll pay the same cost that we paid in 2015 for the same student, because fees for NSFAS students have not increased. Then that's the essence of the minister's announcement. And where the money is going to come from, the department is going to subsidize universities directly for that portion of all students who qualify. Those who are on NSFAS and those who are coming from family incomes up to 600,000. Those will be subsidized. The universities will get a subsidy for all those students. And NSFAS students, all of them fall into that category. Therefore, for us, there is very minimal impact. You know, how the sector general is going to respond, that's, you know, we don't know, you know, in terms of that. But in terms of the budgets and, you know, there is no impact on the NSFAS budget, and we don't expect it to have an impact on our process either, because that process is also being managed by a separate mechanism that is set up by the department.
Thank you, Msulo. Can we go to Pretoria? Do we have questions?